Today's episode is sponsored by Anchor. If you don't know what Anchor is a free way to make a podcast. It's totally free. You don't have to put any money into it unless you actually do want to. It's totally free. You just make the podcast and they push it out to you, or push it out, to the people who listen to it. They push it out to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, you name it, they do it. And all you have to do is go to anchor.fm on your computer or download the app on your phone. And it's right there for you. They have creation tools available to you. They have tools that make it easy for you to make your podcast. And then all you gotta do, make the podcast, they push it out. You can access those tools right from your computer or phone. You can make money from the podcast too. And it doesn't matter how many people listen to it, you still make money. And everything that you need to make this podcast is just all on this app, all on this website. So even though many people don't want to make a podcast, cheers to Anchor for helping me make this podcast and get it out to all those places. So cheers to Anchor. And if you want to start your own podcast, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm. That's ANCHOR.fm to get started. And hello and welcome to Behind Gypsy. The very first episode is right now, right here. Here it is. Welcome behind the stage of our show. Where not only do we talk about what happens behind our show, we also talk about a lot of different stuff. And we can curse our asses off. Yes, I just said ass. So, as I did with Gypsy, I'm going to do here. This podcast is going to be fun. This podcast is going to be good. And if you can't watch Gypsy, well, you can listen to Behind Gypsy in your classroom if you're allowed, or wherever you are. And this episode was made with what's it called? Anchor. That was the ad I talked your ear off. So this show is, about stuff that happens behind the show. I still talk about, stuff, but I'm not as boring. I swear my ass off. And I swear every once in a while. This might get bad, but I mean, I say crap in Gypsy, I might say fuck in this show. So, and nothing says that I can't say fuck. First Amendment, baby. So, this show I'm going to use as, it's just, let's have fun, let's do something different. Apparently I had another podcast called the 8-Bit Hour, and it was, apparently it was successful, but I didn't like sitting there for an hour and talking, and that was hard for me. So, these will be like 20 minutes long, 15 minutes long. They're not going to be long. I don't expect anybody, it's just, 15 minutes, let's try it out. So, yeah. We will be taking appearance requests for this podcast as well. But you will not really, I won't show your face on this. Since we're going to be both on YouTube and the podcast services, when putting your face on YouTube isn't really worth it as much as just, putting something on the screen. Let me pull it up here like that. So basically that's, like, if you make an appearance, this is what you're going to get. If my arm goes through, that's what you're going to get. And that's really all I do. because people have anxiety. I just talked to somebody recently about this because they had a huge anxiety attack about being around people, and they said something about what was it, public, that they don't like public speaking. Like, okay, you're speaking in front of an audience. It's a small audience. Thank the Lord for the hat. But it's not like we're in front of everyone and like, holy shit. Oh wait, did I actually say that out loud? No, it's not like this. You're saying in front of a small audience, your face is not shown, and your name is shown, and we can. That's like on our webpage. If you don't know where our webpage is, just look up Jimcy's website, and then you can find it there. I do have to make sure to update that. I've been lazy. I need to get my lazy ass up and start doing things, because I don't do stuff. Like, if you have the video version, this in my hand is a gift card, a Visa gift card. If you don't know what it is, it's like a silver card, and it just says gift card right on it, and there's $110 on this. There's still $110 on this because I didn't buy something I wanted to buy yesterday. And so, like, today I need to do that, and other time, like, got a lot of stuff to do. But this is what I wanted to do. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna make this fucking fun. Which sounds incredibly wrong. Good thing I put this on the list of not clean things. Yeah, that's funny. Today's episode might just be 15 minutes long. I'm not sure. But yep, we are taking parents' requests. Just message me or whatever for that. Videos 15 minutes long usually. If you don't know what services we're on, I'll put a link to the website in our YouTube channel, and there's like a link there that says what services we're on. Since Anchor is owned by Spotify, it'll be up there like in no time. So I think we're fine with that. Behind Jimcy stuff, I am looking at ordering a webcam. If you did watch Jimcy for June, you will see that it was like a very zoomed in camera. I'm glad that my computer camera is working right now, because that is a glorious camera that works a lot better. But if I can pull it up here, which I'm not sure if I can, and if you're watching this on YouTube, you will understand. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll just describe it briefly. But like Walmart, I saw a webcam. I'm like, that's a nice camera. Let's get it. No, wait. Let's go to eBay and see if we can get a deal on it. So for those who are watching this with YouTube, it's not clear, but that price. Here, I want to move my thumb. That price near my thumb is $15.98 with free shipping. It's like and it says it's a 1080p HD camera. That webcam is my brother, or the one that I was using for Gypsy was my brother's, and that's a 720p camera, and I don't think that was HD. So we're gonna have a huge upgrade here. So hooray! I don't have to use my crappy computer camera that tries to do HDR on me. And usually, sometimes like when I'm video calling someone, it's really weird, and it like switches the tone of my face, and I'm like, why? Just why? If you do see like back here, like this wall is kind of changing color. I did not turn off my TV for this one. Usually I turn off my I turn a bunch of stuff off. Like my fan up there is off. I have an air conditioner sitting right here. That's just the cool only my room. That's off. Usually I turn the TV off with my Google Assistant. And then my everything else it's just off. It's silent, and then somebody's out there mowing their grass, and so it's not really quiet. But I mean, at least you don't hear my CPU fan. Um, yeah. So kind of this will kind of we'll take like a dive into Gypsy. I kind of show my way around stuff, kind of explaining some things. We're gonna swear a whole fucking lot. I'm gonna make dirty jokes. The same time I with the person who was anxious, like I was making dirty jokes about how electronics are designed after stuff, and if you know that stuff, I'm not sure if I can say the word or not. I think I can, but I'm gonna stay safe because I already messed up a lot on the first month of Gypsy. So I think with this one, I'm gonna stay where I am. You know, thanks to the sponsor. Sponsors their own thing. You know, you earn money. It's like $15 per mil, and apparently it says that like I earn $15 per 1,000 viewers. So if you can listen to this 1,000 times and get me $15, that would be awesome. No, if I do make any money off of this, that will probably go back to some kind of charity. I will probably have some kind of poll when I have a certain amount. That'll all go back to charity. That will all go somewhere. And I don't know what else to say. I'm not sure how the sponsors work on this. I don't know if Anchor is going to be that all-time sponsor. If it is, you know, you'll see that like minute 45-second clip at the beginning, hear it, or you know, something like that. That's all you'll really hear. You'll just hear a sponsorship for someone. I was actually reading off of a script for that because they wanted me to say key points or like paraphrase what I'm doing. And I'm like, why? So I'm glad they didn't give me like a script, but they did want me to say like a call to action, a mandatory part. It was like download this app. So I'm like, sure, whatever. I'm not one for scripts. If you know me, I'm not one for scripts. I do things however way. Like right now, I'm not reading off of a script. Sometimes I look off into the like right now. Like if you notice, I did move this. Like it used to be over here on my dresser. Now it's over here on my cube organizer. I made like a nice little space. I got rid of the big computer you might have saw. You know, when I stare off into space, I'm not like looking at anything. Like right up here, I have my schedule. I'll stare at that, but I don't actually read anything on it. I just stare at it. I stare off into space when I'm thinking. People, I don't know. People say it's weird, but then like I've talked to people and they're like, "Oh wow, that's just cute," and I'm like, I don't think you're in your right mind because I'm not cute. I'm not anything. Am I even? I'd rather people. I don't know people. I'd rather be a piece of dust in the wind. Cue "Dust in the Wind" by Kansas. Sorry. I'd rather just be a dust in the wind. Like, rather not be that important of a person. But yes, "Dust in the Wind" by Kansas. Very good song. Now, if you're into like pop music and rap and whatever else falls in that category, yeah, you will not like that song. If you like rock, like 80s rock, 70s rock, Kansas is. That song is. It's like, it sounds like it should be like a sad song, but it's not. I just like it. And then I do a crappy lighting. So it looks like kind of the room is lit, but it's also bright outside. My camera's like, this is brighter than it actually is. But for instance, I'm gonna turn off the light here. Like I have two lights. I wonder if I can tilt my camera. So I can't pull it anymore unless I unplug it. Okay, I unplugged it. So as you see there, I have, like, this is where the computer used to be for Gypsy. Over there is my light. That's hooked up to the Switch, but that's not on. I have a light like standing right here, like I can choke it. Like that's what it looks like with it off. I'm still dark, but like if you didn't know, these T-shirts are my like personality. Wearing T-shirts like this Star Wars Rise of Skywalker one, like that's my personality. First one I think I got was like an Atari shirt, and I still fit in it. I'm surprised. I think I lost my charger now. Maybe it's down with my Pokemon stuff. Yes, I actually still do have Pokemon. Here's just a bag of cards. Bag of 58 cards. I don't know why it's marked. I don't know why it... I can't even remember who I got these from. I did get a bunch of cards from someone. That someone will be happy to know that I did sign my name with paint. I did paint it. I did protect it with some packing tape. Packing tape is wonderful. You know, like I've been meaning to like organize it. I don't know, just keeping these cards is awesome. If you ever want to tell your kids anything about your life, you need to keep the bare minimum of everything. You shouldn't tell them about, you know, like the Switch or the Xbox Series X. No, you should tell them about the GameCube. You should tell them about the Wii. Like, these things, and yes, this is a very horrible one. This one I should be sending off to my friend. She will clean it. She is very happy to clean it off because she agreed with me when I talked to her that it was absolutely horrible. So she will clean that up for me. But you should tell them about like the GameCube and like the Wii. Like these were essentially our childhoods. This came out in 2006. And I can't remember when the GameCube came out, but I do have 2 GameCube games. I'm gonna see where the copyright dates were. Yeah, I have Burnout. I've been thinking about getting another case for the Burnout because I don't like the player choice labeled cases. And then I have Lego Star Wars, the video game. Star Wars is 2000. Okay, they're both 2001, so maybe they came out at the same time that the GameCube came out. That GameCube, like, they're just iconic. Like if you'd rather spend $90 now for a good console you're going to show your kids in 20 years or 30 years, then that's my money's worth. That's what I pay for. Because in years they're going to become $100, $120. Like they're going to become more rare and rare. I have a 40-year-old. This year I believe it is 40 years old. I have a 40-year-old console sitting in my dad's house, and I do not let light get onto the controllers or the console because I heard it ages the plastic, and I'm like, yeah, no. So like, he probably paid $100 for that. So in another 40 years, I'm gonna be what, 54? God, that seems old. I'll be close to death. In 40 years, that fucking thing is gonna run, and it's gonna be awesome. Like a $200, $300 console. Yeah, it's awesome. But I am not sorry. I had to look at something. But I'm not that not that rich of a person. I'm not that. I mean, I do have $110, but I'm not gonna spend $90 on it for a GameCube. I'm gonna spend $10 on it. Of that, 110. I'm gonna spend $10. Like, if you're gonna get something in your life, you have to get something that's decent. Or Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna let everyone know right now, I did watch Blazing Saddles in the middle of everything, and it wasn't until my dad told one of his former coworkers. He told his former coworker came over to talk to him, and he said, well, my son watched Blazing Saddles the other day, and I'm like, I feel horrible now. It was only, well, one day it was half of Blazing Saddles, the other day it was the other half. And then right after I watched the second half, I watched Spaceballs. So, I am very into Mel Brooks. So when I first thought of my friendship salute, which, shit. I shouldn't have told anybody. This was the original salute I went for, but in the Spaceballs movie, if you know the salute, it's like that, where they slap their arm, but it's like a kind of sound. I wonder if it's just because when they slap their arm, mine's bare arm that I'm slapping, whereas theirs it's like some coat or like heavy coat that they're wearing, so it sounds like real thick or trying to like kind of like a thicker kind of sound of hitting it, like like that. It's like banging on something. That's kind of what it sounds like. Yes, so that's just my life. Welcome to Behind Jim C. Do not listen to this episode, because this was just me spitballing, doing all that shit. My brownies are done. Hey Google, stop. So with that, with my brownies being done, I have to go out and get them out of the oven. With that, I will end this video. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me spitball. And I will see you in the next episode for episode 2. And I'm not sure how long this is going to go. So, if I can finally just stop this thing and get my brownies out of the oven, that would be awesome. So, have a good day. Have a good night if you're listening to it in the night. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Whatever it is, have a good something. And let me eat my brownies in silence. I don't want anybody talking to me. I do love my brownies.